The night air was calm and the ebony sky created a sense of solitude. The car ride home seemed to mirror the atmosphere just outside the car window until the woman broke the silence. She rotated her distant gaze out the passenger side to her man, who was looking straight ahead. He was driving as if he were a chauffeur. Only his passenger was sitting next to him, instead of in the back seat. "So what are you afraid of?" the woman blurted amidst the silence as she stared intently at his blank facial expression. "What?" he asked. "What are you talking about?" the man asked with a sneer, as he attempted to buy time and brace himself for an imminent argument. "You know what I'm talking about," she snapped. "You remember what Oscar said to us," she added, as the pitch and volume of her voice began to raise. "Well, right now, I'm afraid this is going to go on all night," the man muttered with a wry half-smile. "Oh, really? I'll tell you what you're afraid of. You're afraid I'm going to embarrass you. You're afraid I'm going to not wear enough clothes to one of your little business kiss-up meetings. You're afraid I don't know how to act around the people you're trying to impress. That I might say or do something ignorant and ghetto to embarrass your wannabe you-know-what. That's what you're afraid of," she yelled as tears welled in her eyes. "You're afraid that all I am is a pretty face. That's all I can be to you is eye candy." By the time she had finished yelling at him, the man was seething. He pulled over on the side of the highway and took a deep breath. "You know what? You're right. I bust my ass all day and all night for eye candy. There aren't any other beautiful women around. That's why I want to be with you. I couldn't find another pretty chick to replace you," the man fired back with sarcastic contempt in his voice. "I could have 10 women lined up that look good and I'm with you." You ever ask yourself why? Why? If I just needed a beautiful woman around, why don't I get rid of you and get another one who isn't getting on my nerves? The man yelled in a voice so thunderous that the woman shivered. "Why?" he screamed. "Why the hell do I need you? You tell me, since you have it all figured out." The woman just wept. The man slouched in the driver's seat and just stared out the window. "Is this what you want? You just want me naked and available?" the woman yelled as she began tearing her breasts from her dress. "You just want me at your beck and call, beautiful and made up so you can show me off and then take me home and screw me, your little conquest." "Well, here it is," she screamed with a self-loathing pain in her voice. "Here it is," she cried as her head sunk to her bosom, and the man looked away in confusion. They sat in the car in silence, except her sobbing, on the side of the road for a few minutes, looking in every direction other than that of the person next to them. A tear formed in the man's eye and rolled down his cheek. He turned to the woman and asked, "Do you love me?" She was puzzled but answered almost in a whisper, "Yes," trying to guess what the man was going to say next. "Well, I love you too. When I have a business associate that brings their significant other to a meeting, I need you there. It's easier to talk business with them if their partner is occupied." "Don't you want me to succeed?" the man asked earnestly. Sensing his sincerity, the woman wiped her tears and running makeup from her face and said, "Of course I want you to succeed. I just thought you wanted me there so you can show off and say, 'My woman looks better than yours.' Not that I'm bragging. I didn't realize there was an actual purpose or even benefit to me being there." "Well, you should brag a little. You always look better than the woman sitting across the table from us." "I want the best for you, but I don't feel like you always want the best for me. I work so hard and network so much so that I can give you everything you ever wanted," the man said as he curled his index finger under her chin to turn her face towards him. "We both have big dreams, and sometimes I don't think you realize we could do so much if we just help each other. Well, to be honest, I sometimes wonder if you'll still want me after you get to where you want to be. Once you get through all the meetings and find the success you want, what do you need me for? When you're the man, you can go to meetings by yourself. The person across the table will be trying to adjust to what they think you like, not the other way around," she asked, trembling as she looked into his eyes. The man paused. He looked down for a split second, and then looked her in the eyes again and began to smile. "If I'm that successful, who will I share it with if I don't have you?" he asked as he kissed her on the cheek. She began to smile and a tear trickled down her cheek. "Your mama, I guess," she said as she laughed and cried almost in unison. They found each other's heart again. They rekindled their love. They found a way to choose love over fear.